Welcome to Best Learn English Online.
In a small coastal town called Seabridge, nestled between rolling green hills and a vast, sparkling ocean, life had always followed a steady rhythm. Generations of Seabridge residents had lived in harmony with nature, celebrating the arrival of each season and adapting to the changes that came with them. But as the years went by, something began to shift, subtle at first, then increasingly undeniable. It started with the summer heat. The town's annual beach festival, once a welcome respite from the chill of winter, began to feel oppressive. The ocean, once a cooling balm, seemed to grow warmer with each passing year. The local fisherman, Mr. Thompson, grumbled about the strange shifts in fish migration, and the children, who used to play in the surf, complained of sunburns despite layers of sunscreen. One day, as the sun blazed mercilessly overhead, the town council gathered in the old community hall. The mayor, a woman named Helen Carter, addressed the concerned crowd. The temperatures are rising, and it's affecting our environment and our way of life. But we can't just wait for the ocean to come to us. Helen proposed a plan, a series of initiatives to combat the effects of global warming. The town would reduce its carbon footprint by investing in renewable energy sources, promote sustainable practices, and work to restore the local mangroves, which acted as natural barriers against sea level rise. The idea was met with mixed reactions. Some residents were skeptical, unsure if these changes could truly make a difference. Others were eager to act but worried about the cost. The turning point came when a young woman named Mia, a marine biologist who had recently returned to Seabridge after studying abroad, shared her findings. She showed photographs of coral reefs bleached and dying due to rising sea temperatures and illustrated how mangrove forests could not only help buffer storms but also support biodiversity and protect coastal areas. Her presentation resonated with the townsfolk, particularly when she shared the story of how a similar initiative had revived the health of a once degraded coastal community in another part of the world. It's not just about preserving our way of life, Mia explained. It's about ensuring that the generations to come will have a place they can call home. Inspired by Mia's passion and the mounting evidence of climate change's impact, Seabridge began its transformation. Solar panels were installed on rooftops, electric vehicles started to replace gas-guzzling ones, and a community garden was established to promote local produce. Volunteers worked tirelessly to replant mangroves and clean up the beaches. The changes didn't come without challenges. There were setbacks, storms that battered newly planted mangroves, and occasional doubts that the efforts were making enough of a difference. But the community persevered, and slowly but surely, they began to see positive results. The beaches became cleaner, the water clearer, and the local fish populations started to rebound. One summer, after several years of hard work, Seabridge held its beach festival once again. This time, the event felt different. There was a sense of pride and accomplishment in the air. The sea, while still warmer than it had been decades ago, no longer seemed so overpowering. The community came together to celebrate their progress, enjoying a festival that honored both their tradition and their resilience. As the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden glow on the town, Helen looked out at the gathering. She saw children playing, families enjoying the cool evening breeze, and felt a renewed sense of hope. Seabridge had faced a formidable challenge and had found a way to not only adapt but thrive. The story of Seabridge spread beyond the town's borders, serving as a beacon of what collective action and determination could achieve. It was a reminder that while global warming was a daunting and complex issue, it was one that communities, small and large, had the power to confront with courage, innovation, and unity. And as the world watched, Seabridge proved that even in the face of overwhelming odds, change was possible, and hope could be rekindled. Part 2. As Seabridge continued its journey toward sustainability, its story began to attract attention from neighboring towns and cities. The local newspapers' coverage of their success turned into a full-blown media sensation, with journalists from major outlets arriving to cover how a small town was making a significant impact in the fight against climate change. The narrative of Seabridge's transformation became a symbol of hope and inspiration. Among the visitors was a young journalist named Alex. Intrigued by the story, Alex spent several weeks in Seabridge, immersing in the daily lives of the townsfolk. They interviewed residents, attended town meetings, and documented the grassroots efforts that had led to their success. The more Alex learned, the more they saw how deeply interconnected the town's actions were with their values and their sense of community. One evening, while chatting with Mia at the local cafe, Alex asked, "What's next for Seabridge? What are your plans now that you've made such incredible progress?" Mia took a thoughtful sip of her tea before responding, "We're not stopping here. Our next step is to expand our efforts. We want to create a regional coalition with other towns and cities to share our knowledge and resources. By working together, we can amplify our impact and address the challenges on a larger scale. The idea of a regional coalition began to take shape. Seabridge reached out to neighboring communities, sharing their experiences and offering support. It wasn't always easy. Not every town was ready to embrace change. Some were still skeptical, while others faced their own unique challenges. But Seabridge's success served as a powerful example, and slowly, more towns began to join the coalition, forming a network of communities dedicated to combating climate change. As the coalition grew, it spearheaded several large-scale initiatives. They organized tree planting drives, supported renewable energy projects, and advocated for regional policies that encouraged sustainable development. The coalition also focused on education, setting up workshops and programs to help individuals and businesses understand their environmental impact and how they could make a difference. The combined efforts led to visible improvements across the region. Air quality improved, green spaces flourished, and wildlife began to return to areas where they had been absent. The collaborative spirit of the coalition fostered a sense of unity and purpose, demonstrating that even incremental changes could lead to significant results when approached collectively. One particularly memorable event was the Regional Sustainability Fair, held in Seabridge's revitalized park. It was a celebration of the coalition's achievements and a showcase of innovative solutions from various communities. Stalls featured local artisans who used recycled materials, farmers who practiced organic farming, and tech enthusiasts who demonstrated cutting-edge green technologies. The fair attracted visitors from across the country, spreading the message of Seabridge's success far beyond its own borders. Years passed, and Seabridge and its coalition continued to evolve. The town's transformation became a model for other communities around the world, and the ripple effects of their actions were felt globally. Seabridge had gone from being a small coastal town facing a daunting challenge to becoming a beacon of hope and a leader in the fight against climate change. Helen Carter, now retired, looked back on her time as mayor with pride. She saw how a community's determination and willingness to adapt could create waves of positive change. The legacy of Seabridge was not just in the environmental improvements, but in the spirit of collaboration and resilience it inspired. As Seabridge celebrated its annual beach festival, the town had changed, but its core values remained the same. The festival was now a symbol of their journey, a reminder that even in the face of global challenges, local actions, driven by a collective will, could indeed make a world of difference. And so, under the golden hues of the setting sun, as laughter and music filled the air, Seabridge stood as a testament to the power of community and the enduring hope that, together, we can turn the tide on even the most pressing of global issues.
Video is over. Get out of here first, comment and let me know how you liked the video. And subscribe if you like your will and it's part 2.